I feel I'm more confident now because last year I was just holding money. I don't know what to do. And I'm thinking, wow, house price gone up so much. I wanted to do something, but I couldn't. But now I'm more confident because at least now I have 2 investment properties. I'm Melissa.
I'm Edy.
I own my owner-occupied property in Sydney. And then I know I always want to invest properties because that's all my friends and relatives does, but I just don't know how to start. Anyway, I'm happy that I knew Rasti and I attended one of the seminars to understand his strategy. I think that's very important because when you engage with a buyer agent, you want to make sure the mindset is like-minded. So then you're happy about his approach. I think my experience with Rasti is very smooth from the beginning to the end because I'm able to question or challenge or communicate with Rasti, and Rasti always answers my question honestly. The thing I like the best is Rasti never tries to push me to make decision. He let me to think and make my own decision. And then he will give me pros and cons about any of my ideas so that I like it. And then the buying process, I find it very smooth because I only know the areas in Sydney, to be honest, but I know Sydney is too expensive to afford. So what surprised me is the areas that Rasti recommended to me is the areas I heard of, but I never think of that that's the place to invest. So I bought 2 properties through Rasti and his team last year, and so far it's already been 12 months, and I really like the return, and I'm very happy about the process. If I have any difficulty, any questions, I can ask Rasti, and then I don't worry that Rasti will ignore me after they close the deal because I know he's always there. It's a long-term relationship and it's not a once-off. That's why I'm really happy to keep in contact with you. I don't think it's a peer pressure because I know they are doing the right things. Because look at the current environment. Instead of leaving the money in the bank, I wish the money can work for me. And I always want to find the investment property, but I don't have much time to monitor share markets. And ETF, I need to monitor all the time. And I just want to get the expert to do the work for me, give me the right decision. And I just sitting there and waiting for the house and money working for me. So I know this is the right thing to do, but I just didn't know how to do it.
It triggered me when I started with the Kiyosaki Rich Dad and Poor Dad books, and it's actually give me this mindset. And then since then, I started to do something. If I have 5,000, I want to do something, which I started with buying share. And we know that at that time, the property when start booming, when the government actually support with the loans, I took the opportunity.
For me, it's like I don't feel itchy, but I feel anxious because I know I should do something, but I couldn't. I feel anxious because I feel like opportunity is missing out.
I feel itchy, to be honest. I feel like I just can't keep that money in the bank, like, yeah.
That's right, because I'm a bit conservative. Given buying property is a higher capital compared to shares or ETF, right? Of course, I want to do the research, but the thing is that Australia is so big, and by reading news, every time they say, okay, this is a potential area, but by the time I look at those areas, it already gone up so much. I always the one who get notified, and I can't go ahead before the market, right? I know I need somebody to do the research for me because once again, I'm not an expert. And then by the time I read the article, that's too late because everyone knows it already. So that's why my anxiety coming from, because I don't have the information before the market realized that. Before I was thinking I just need to keep buying properties and then they will make money for me. But what's the goal I wanted to achieve? Or how much deal I want to get it done? Or do I want to set up a portfolio? I never think of that. I only think of, okay, as long as I buy investment property, it makes money. I'll get it rich. But exactly how much is rich and what's the level I want to achieve, I never think of that because I just thinking buying is spending money. But until I met Rasti's team and then we set up the goal, And then I know, oh, that's the goal I need to work on within certain year. Then how should I do it? But before that, I never think of what's the goal and in how many years or what's the income I want to achieve per year. So I'm happy that someone guided me to make a clear picture rather than telling me the good story, but they gave me the exact number and then the time frame for me to work on. So that's the strategy I really like. In the beginning, Rasti team introduced me a broker. That's the first step. And then once the broker understands my borrowing power, and then the whole team, they'll communicate with Rasti. And based on this budget, Rasti and his team can locate to the right area for me. So they provide me one property for me to see if I like it or not. If I don't, they will ask me the reason to decide if we need to check the second properties. After we identify which property to purchase, and Rasti then give me the legal team, like the solicitors or pest control. I very trust Rasti and his team. Of course, I can find these experts by myself, but the service I receive just helped me to get away with these hassles. Everyone is on one page and it communicates each other very smoothly. Until we get my house purchased, and then Rasti even tries to help me to find the right property management team. So that's just very smooth from beginning to get how to get the home loan and until to settle to get the expert to manage the property for me. I think that's just a very seamless service. So I think I'm happy to the value I'm paying. I really don't think there's anything I need to spend much time to work on. It's mainly for me to make a decision. So that's the part I like. In the beginning, I always thought I was going to buy one property, but it's a higher value. I didn't think of to split to two different low value to diversify with my portfolio. So far, I can't believe I purchased 2 properties in 12 months. Not many people can do that. But it turns out that I was right. I used the right team to build my portfolio. Now I'm even closer to my goal. It was very far from me, but now I think I'm getting there. So it's really good.
I was surprised when she purchased the first property, and then she told me, "I will get another one." I said, "What?"
Yeah, in 3 or 4 months, my family cannot believe that I purchased my next property so quick. With the help with a professional team, you can get the right things done much faster. The thing I really like is I took the opportunity to get 2 properties. Imagine now it's even harder compared to last year. So I'm really happy I made a decision getting 2 properties last year. In terms of the rental income, it was okay. In the beginning, I have to say it wasn't as good as I thought, but now it's getting better because my property management, they did a really good job. So they negotiate the rental income for me periodically. I'm happy now. But what surprised me the most is capital growth. If I didn't do anything, I wouldn't have this much capital gain this year. So both capital gain and rental income growth, I'm very happy about. I feel I'm more confident now because last year I was just holding money. I don't know what to do. And I'm thinking, wow, house price gone up so much. I wanted to do something, but I couldn't. But now I'm more confident because at least now I have 2 investment properties. I already get the ticket to get into the property market. I know if I have any doubt or questions, the future strategy, I just stick to that. And then most importantly is I know who I can ask, which team I can go for. Compared to me in 12 months ago, I think I'm more confident. When I'm talking to my partner, I feel more confident. When I talk to my parents, I feel more confident. I feel like I know what I'm doing. So yeah, I'm very confident now.
I was asking Melissa, are you sure you want to doing this? Do you consider with your cash flow?
That's why I think Rasti never pushed me to buy things because as a friend, you consider the buffer, the cash on hand. You won't try to close the business and leave me to a very difficult situation. I feel like, yes, I do have the strategy. If the market doesn't perform as good as we thought, at least that we have some buffer that can cover us for several months. Oh, I wish I can done it earlier. When the interest rate was even lower, I wish I could do it in the first year of COVID. That was a low interest rate and good market price. Oh, I wish I can done it earlier. I think it's definitely the first thing to attend one of the regular seminars that Rasti and his team hold. I think that gives the people like me a really good start point to understand the strategy and what Rasti and his team do. And then I also encourage my friends. Actually, I already did. I invited several friends to contact Rasti to understand the team and then to understand the potential, how they can do the magic with the limited money to increase the infinity potential. Also, people like me with ambitious but limited knowledge about property, I think that's the best. I would recommend the friends like me to go because I feel like I got well cared from all the teams from the beginning to the end. And then basically just worry free. That's a very, very good, smooth process. Rossi and the team make me feel like I'm hanging out with a knowledgeable friend who's helping me to do the right thing that is the best thing. So that's how I feel.